Hamad bin Isa bin Salman al-Khalifa is the first king of Bahrain, having previously been its second emir. He is the son of Isa bin Salman al-Khalifa, the previous and first emir. The country has been ruled by the al-Khalifa dynasty since 1783. Early life and education. His Royal Majesty King Hamad bin Isa al-Khalifa was born on 28 January 1950 in Riffa, Bahrain. His parents were Isa bin Salman al-Khalifa, then Crown Prince, and Hesse bin Salman al-Khalifa. After attending Manama Secondary School in Bahrain, Hamad was sent to England to attend Applegarth College in Godalming, Surrey, before taking a place at the Leys School in Cambridge. Hamad then underwent military training, first with the British Army at Mons Officer Cadet School at Aldershot in Hampshire, graduating in September 1968. 4 years later, in June 1972, Hamad attended the United States Army Command and General Staff College at Fort Leavenworth in Kansas, graduating the following June with a degree in leadership. Crown Prince. Hamad was designated as heir apparent by his father on 27 June 1964. In 1968, he was appointed as the chairman of the Irrigation Council and Manama Municipal Council. He was commissioned into the Bahrain National Guard on 16 February 1968 and appointed as its commander the same year, remaining in the post until 1969, when he was appointed as the Commander-in-Chief of the Bahrain Defense Force. In 1970, Hamad became the head of the Bahraini Department of Defense and the vice-chairman of the Administrative Council, remaining in both offices until 1971. From 1971 to 1988 he was the Minister of State for Defense. In October 1977, Hamad started learning to fly helicopters, successfully completing the training in January 1978. He then worked to establish the Bahrain Emir He Air Force, which came into being in 1987 when the Defense Force Air Wing was reconstituted as an Air Force. Reign. On the death of his father Isa bin Salman al-Khalifa, Hamad became Emir of Bahrain on 6 March 1999. As Emir, Hamad brought several political reforms to Bahrain. These included the release of all political prisoners, the dissolution of the State Security Court and the abolition of the 1974 Decree on State Security Measures. Additionally, many Bahraini citizens were permitted to return after several years in exile overseas. In 2002, he declared himself king. He enjoys wide executive authorities which include appointing the Prime Minister and his ministers, commanding the army, chairing the higher judicial council, appointing the parliament's upper half and dissolving its elected lower half. Political turmoil. After Hamad took power in 1999, he focused on attaining stability in a nation riddled with profound tensions after the 1990s uprising. The king succeeded in improving the living standards and in making Bahrain a financial hub. During the period 2003 to 2010, the majority Shiite community accused his government of corruption, discrimination in housing and jobs, recruiting foreigners to the military services and bringing Sunni tribes from Asia to change the demographic composition of the nation. Although King Hamad's reign has seen the admittance of Shiites into positions in the government, there have still been calls for a more equitable distribution of positions and jobs. The Al-Khalifa family lead a large number of ministerial and governmental posts, including the Ministry of the Interior, Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Culture, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Bahrain Economic Development Board and the Supreme Council for Women. Also, the vast majority of significant positions in the Bahrain Defense Force filled with Sunnis, who account for around a third of the population. King Hamad claims that he is giving an equal chance to all Bahrainis regardless of the sect. In October 2010, Hamad's government accused 24 Shiite Bahraini citizens of forming a terrorist cell linked to Iran and trained in Syria intending to overthrow the regime, and for planning terrorist attacks. Opposition parties denounced the accusations and described it as propaganda. After a few weeks, tension rose again after the controversial Bahraini parliamentary election 2010, when the main opposition bloc Al-Wefaq National Islamic Society with secularist National Democratic Action Society complained that the election system was unfair and that there were aims to reduce the number of opposition chairs in the parliament. Although the first party won nearly 40% of the available seats, Bahraini protests of 2011. On the 14th of February 2011, the 10th anniversary of the referendum in favor of the National Action Charter, and 9th anniversary of the writing of the Constitution of 2002, Bahrain was rocked by protests inspired by the Arab Spring and coordinated by a Facebook page named Day of Rage in Bahrain, a page that was liked by tens of thousands just 1 week after its creation. The Bahrain government responded with what has been described as a brutal crackdown on the protests, including violations of human rights that caused anger. Later on, demonstrators demanded that Hamad step down. As a result of this massive crackdown, Foreign Policy magazine classified him as ranking 3rd out of 8 of America's unsavory allies, calling him one of the bad guys the U.S. still supports. On the 11th of February 2011, King Hamad ordered that 1,000 Bahraini dinars be given to each family to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the National Action Charter referendum. Agence France Press link the BD 1,000 payments to the 14th of February demonstration plans. On the 15th of February 2011, Hamad apologized for the deaths of 2 demonstrators in a rare TV speech and urged an investigation into the incident. 2 days later, 4 protesters were killed and hundreds wounded when protesters were attacked in Pearl Roundabout at 3 a.m. a local time. The Pearl Roundabout was evacuated and encircled by the Bahraini army. 2 days later, Prince Salman, Hamad's son, ordered the withdrawal of army troops from there after the death of another protester caused by live ammunition next to Pearl Roundabout. During the peak of the Bahraini uprising in mid-March 2011, Hamad declared a state of national safety for 3 months just after Salman summoned Peninsula Shield Force troops to enter Bahrain. Saudi Arabia deployed about 1,000 troops with armored support, and the United Arab Emirates deployed about 500 police officers. Opposition parties reacted strongly, calling it an occupation. Hamad, however, claimed that he deployed the troops to protect infrastructure and to secure key installations. After this step, the country's economy suffered losses estimated at billions. The security situation deteriorated in areas where people were demonstrating against him, while dozens of deaths were announced, including 5 who died in custody as a result of torture. On the 1st of June 2011, protests erupted across Shia-dominated areas of Bahrain to demand Hamad's resignation and to end martial law, as he announced that the state of emergency was officially lifted. In June 2011, Hamad commissioned the Bahrain Independent Commission of Inquiry, headed by respected human rights lawyer M. Cherabasioni, to look into the events surrounding the unrest. The establishment of the BICI was was praised by Barack Obama and the international community as a step towards establishing responsibility and accountability for the events of the 2011-2012 Bahraini uprising. The BICI reported its findings in November 2011, and U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton commended King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's initiative in commissioning it. In August 2012, Amnesty International stated that the government's response has only scratched the surface of these issues. Reforms have been piecemeal, perhaps aiming to appease Bahrain's international partners, and have failed to provide real accountability and justice for the victims. Relations with the British court. King Hamad has good contacts with the British royal family. The king was invited by the British court to the wedding of Prince William, but declined amidst protests by human rights activists, who had pledged to disrupt his stay in Britain because of his violent response to demonstrators. Earlier, in 2005, he was the only sitting foreign head of state to attend the second wedding of Prince Charles. Personal life. Hamad has 4 wives and has had in total 12 children, 7 sons and 5 daughters. He married his first wife, Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, at Khalifa on 9 October 1968. She is Bahraini, and together they have 3 sons and 1 daughter: Salman bin Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Abdullah bin Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Khalifa bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Najla bint Hamad Al Khalifa. His second wife, Shia bint Hassan Al Qayash Al Ajmi, is from Kuwait. Together they have 2 sons, Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His third wife, a daughter of Sheikh Faisal bin Muhammad bin Shiraim Al Mari, with whom he has 1 son and 2 daughters. Faisal bin Hamad Al Khalifa died in a car accident. Noura bint Hamad Al Khalifa, Munira bint Hamad Al Khalifa. His fourth wife, a daughter of Jabir Al Naimi, with whom he has 1 son and 2 daughters. Sultan bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Hessa bint Hamad Al Khalifa, Rima bint Hamad Al Khalifa. Titles and styles. The 28th of January 1950 to 16 December 1961, Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The 16th of December 1961 to 27 June 1964, His Excellency Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The 27th of June 1964 to 6 March 1999, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Crown Prince of Bahrain. The 6th of March 1999 to 14 February 2002, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Emir of Bahrain. The 14th of February 2002 present, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, King of Bahrain. Honors and awards. King Hamad has received numerous honors, for example, Grand Cordon of the Order of the Star of Jordan, Order of the Two Rivers, First Class, Order of Muhammad, Grand Cordon of the Supreme Order of the Renaissance, Collar of the Order of the Republic of Egypt, Collar of the Order of the Crown, Collar of the Order of Abdulaziz Al Saud, Star of the Republic of Indonesia, First Class, Order of Merit the Republic of Mauritania, First Class, Honorary Knight Commander of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, Order of the Grand Conqueror of Libya, First Class, Honorary Recipient of the Order of the Crown of the Realm, Order of Zayd of the UAE, Honorary Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, Order of the Republic of the Yemen, First Class, Denmark Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Dannebrog, Grand Cross of the National Order of Merit of France, Grand Cross of the Order of Isabella the Catholic of Spain. Ancestry.